Aloha everyone, what's going on my dudes? Welcome to another RuneScape news coverage video. For this video we'll be talking about the ORTHEN Digsite coming out later this month, as we've got some information from the latest live stream, so let's go ahead and jump into it and check it out.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, to start off, this is a new dig site as you would imagine for the Archaeology skill. Aimed at level 90 through 120, this dig site aims to fill those gaps in that level band so that you are literally unlocking a new excavation site at every single level from 90 to 120. So as I said, it is a level 90 archaeology location. It also requires that you have the associate qualification, and since it is on Anachronia, you do need to have completed the base camp tutorial to have access to the dig site. There is a soft requirement for completing desperate measures to unlock more of the site, but it's not needed for the initial access. With the ORTHEN Digsite, they're bringing 10 new excavation sites, 22 artifacts, 5 materials, 8 new mysteries ranging from your more puzzle solving ones to simply collecting lore pages, and 1 new community event which we'll talk about later. But it is similar to the Zaro site's pylon event. Alright, to start off, the hub location for this dig site is at the Anachronia base camp. The site manager will be Mr. Mordeaux, a face I'm sure we're all pretty much familiar with, but with this update they're also adding additions to the base camp itself. For example, you're going to be your typical workbench, your material storage. They're making use of the notice board to help you track your collections, as well as the community event that I talked about earlier, and 1 other hidden addition that they did not reveal on the stream. Now jumping into the excavating portion of this, there are 5 new materials. You can see them on screen here. There's carbon black, compass rose, dragon metal, orgone stone, and felt. Do note that with the introduction of carbon black, they are not changing the recipe of the tetra compass. It will still require only the colors from the other dig sites, being that it is a God Wars relic and ORTHEN doesn't fit with that thematically. But yeah, these are the basic new materials that are going to be used, along with some of the older materials to make up the 22 new artifacts that you can find at this dig site. What you're seeing on screen is some of the artifacts, not all 22, as some of them they said on stream would reveal a little bit too much about what is coming out with this skill that they don't want to reveal just yet. But as you can see, there's a wide collection of them, very dragon metal related things as well, so that is really cool. And speaking of these artifacts, we could talk about for a moment collections. As you would expect, Volusia at the Archaeology guilds will collect everything from this dig site, but there's also a new collector, and that is Sherigan. If you have completed the one-of-a-kind quest, you're probably familiar with this NPC. This is the Illujonkin towards the end of the quest, making a return back to Gielinor, interested in what ORTHEN has to uncover. So that will be your new artifact collector, which could be found at the Anachronia base camp. One unique thing about this dig site, unlike the others, is it's not centralized at a certain location. There are many types of excavation sites scattered around the entire map of Anachronia. But fret not, while you can use the agility course to jump your way through, there are going to be a means to travel to these different locations. I imagine similar to the other dig sites where there's a main thing you can interact with, usually the main entrance in cases of the other dig site, that allow you multiple teleport locations once you reach those levels. So there's going to be something similar that will add a much easier mode of transportation across the map, which is great. That all said and done, you're probably wondering what kind of rewards you can expect with this dig site. The first thing I'll talk about is that community event that I mentioned earlier, very similar to the pylon for the Zaro site. Basically, it's located at the base camp, and you will get these bones when you excavate, and you can help reconstruct a T-Rex skeleton. When you complete this skeleton, all participants will receive various boosts that benefit you all across Anachronia. You'll get 25% more XP from activities on Anachronia. This includes Hunter, like Big Game Hunter, as well as Archaeology Excavation and the Agility course. And there is a 10% buff to the drop rates from Big Game Hunter, Slayer, the Agility course codices, and Archaeology materials. This will last for a total of 65 minutes. The reason being is they want to give you the extra 5 minutes to set up your inventories, and then you'll be on your way and basically get a full hour of these benefits. So just like the pylon, I imagine the community across all worlds help contribute to it. When it activates, you'll probably get a message in your chat letting you know. Then you can go train agility, big game hunter, archaeology, whatever may have you, slayer, and you'll get all those benefits. Next up, we have some all new potions. This won't be quite on the scale of Ancient Herb Lore, which is something they originally anticipated for this update, but they said they trimmed it down and focused on some of the more important types of potions. And there are more rewards that we'll talk about in a minute that should make this entire update feel very rewarding. Anyways, we don't really know exactly what the potions do. We do have the names of the potions. Some of them will be pretty obvious what they do, others not so much. So the names of new potions are Holy Aggro Overload, you can imagine what that does, the Summoning Renewal, the Archaeology Potion, the Power Burst of Opportunity, and the Spiritual Attraction Potion. Now, as I said, they didn't go into detail as to what those do, but based on the names of those potions, some of them are very obvious what they do. The next type of reward space we have here is Skilling Offhands. They are releasing 2 types of skilling offhands with this update. Just like the potions, we only really have the names, so we don't know what they do, but we can infer based on the naming of these offhands. We have the Orthen Furnace Core, which seems most likely it will be working for smithing, and then the Artificer's Measure, which is harder to infer as to what it does. But those are the 2 skilling offhands coming out with this update. These are meant to be high-level items, which are rare, and they do say that future additions will depend on response to how these turn out, and would likely release in the same frequency as hero items. So it's very few and far between that they'll be releasing these. Having said that, that's pretty much it for what was revealed. There's still more under the surface that they don't want to talk about just yet. Maybe we'll get some more information about it before release, but they do want to keep a couple of things secret before launch. So I'm excited to see exactly what that is and how it uncovers. We do know that there are 3 more relics with this update. One of them will come from a collection, supposedly helping you with your archaeology precision in some way. So that'll be interesting. Don't know what the other ones do though. And they do say there will be some way in which you can increase your relic power, which will mean you basically can have more powerful relics activated at one given time than what we currently have. Anyways, to close out, there are new achievements and music. There's a new comp requirement with no grace period, so keep that in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about the Digsite Orthen. Oh, one last thing I forgot to mention. It's coming out on the 19th. So 2 weeks from now. Now with that said, let me know what you think about it. Love to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna wrap it up there. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you watching. I am out. Aloha.